Now, what about the Bible? Does the Bible show that the universe is young? Let me ask you guys a question in here. What does the first verse of the Bible say? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Okay, when did God create the heavens and the earth? In the beginning. Does it say when? No. You say, what about the days? Well, the days begin in verse 3. The very first verse seems to indicate the heavens and the earth are created, but before you even start the days.
Jesus said, "From the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. And Jesus answered and said unto them, For the hardness of your heart he wrote you this precept. But from the beginning of the creation God made them male and female."
What does the first verse of the Bible say? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Okay, when did God create the heavens and the earth? In the beginning. Does it say when? No. You say, what about the days? Well, the days begin in verse 3. The very first verse seems to indicate the heavens and the earth are created, but before you even start the days.
Most theologians affirm that Genesis 1:1 is a completed work of the first day and that it was perfect and beautiful. To solidify the argument, look at heaven and earth elsewhere besides Genesis 1:1 through 2. I would point to Genesis 2:4. This is the account of the heavens and of the earth when they were created. There is the answer, Genesis 1:1, in Genesis 2:4. It has both key elements, created, or bara, and heavens and earth. So obviously, those were part of creation week, and were not already pre-existing.
Jesus said, "From the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. And Jesus answered and said unto them, For the hardness of your heart he wrote you this precept. But from the beginning of the creation God made them male and female."
So the point here is that since the initial creation happened before day one, the Bible doesn't say how old the universe is. But even if you think the days do have something to do with the age of the universe, there's different usages of the word day in the first chapter and a half of Genesis. There's 24 hours it could be. There's also 12 hours. How do we know? Because it says he called the light day and the darkness night. There's 12 hours. There's also a period, like an indefinite period of time. In fact, in Genesis 2:4, it says, "In the day the Lord created," which is a summary statement which covers all 6 days. And we use this all the time. We use this phrase, day. Like if I were to say Jim Harbaugh was a great quarterback in his day at the University of Michigan, everybody would know I wasn't talking about 24 hours, right? I was talking about a period of time, an era.
The creation of the world in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. And God said, Let there be light, and there was light. And God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening and there was morning, the first day.
Okay, he just got done trying to confuse everybody by saying, in Genesis alone, there are 3 different meanings to the word yom as far as a day. It can be a 12-hour day, it can be a 24-hour day, or it can be an era. He's trying to say that there's no way for you to know the difference, that you must take it as a possibility of any of the 3. Here you'll see God calls light day. What he is saying here is daylight, he's calling day, yom. It is no qualifiers in front of it other than that it's light. Therefore, daylight will be known as yom, as day. Now as we look in the same sentence where he uses the word day with a different meaning, please note the 3 qualifiers. For it was evening, morning, the first. Those are 3 qualifiers, meaning that word yom, day, means 24 hours. You cannot interpret it any other way.
There's a 4th possible usage I'll get to in a minute. The 3rd day seems to require longer because you got the growth of vegetation and fruit-bearing plants.
And God said, Let the earth sprout vegetation, plants yielding seed, and fruit trees bearing fruit in which is their seed, each according to its kind, on the earth. And it was so. The earth brought forth vegetation, plants yielding seed according to their own kinds, and trees bearing fruit in which is their seed, each according to its kind. And God saw that it was good.
Now what you just witnessed is somebody trying to put God in a box. He says the day must have been longer for these plants to grow and sprout fruits. Well, let's take a look at how God does things. Did God create Adam as a sperm? Maybe God created Adam as a newborn, or a child, a toddler. Or maybe God created Adam as an adult male. Which one of the four versions fits Scripture? It would be the adult male. That would be the same in the creation of the universe. Did God create the universe as a singularity? Well, that wouldn't prove very wise. Man can't live on a singularity. Did he create the universe as a Big Bang? No. Because he separated the light from the day and the waters from the firmament. No, it was an orderly deal. Did God create the universe the first star? No. Because there was light before there was stars. Even science will show you that there was light before stars in our universe because of the superheated plasma, they claim. But yes, there was light before stars, and God did not create the universe as a star. He created the universe, like Adam, as a mature universe, where the light from all the stars had traversed the entire universe, and everything is visible as we see it today. Yes, God creates things in creation week as mature, living or non-living items. The universe was mature, Adam and Eve were mature, and the plants were mature.
Look, even if you put Miracle Grow on that stuff, it doesn't grow in a day. You say maybe God sped it up. Maybe he did, but now you're making an assumption you can't prove.
And God said, "Let the earth sprout vegetation, plants yielding seed, and fruit trees bearing fruit in which is their seed, each according to its kind, on the earth." And it was so. The earth brought forth vegetation, plants yielding seed according to their own kinds, and trees bearing fruit in which is their seed, each according to its kind. And God saw that it was good.
We are not making assumptions we cannot prove. God says the earth brought forth trees with fruits, plants with seeds, all in the third day. It says it right in Genesis. We are not making any assumption. God specified it. He also specified that he made all the animals and had Adam name them. Well, if they were all fetuses, how could he possibly distinguish them of what they would be? Again, the animals were adults. In Genesis, it says that the grasses were made for the animals to eat and for the humans to eat, okay? A baby animal does not eat grass. It drinks milk from its mother. That's how we know all these things were created as an adult, as a mature, as an already complete entity. The same way the universe was created completely mature. It had, upon its creation, all the stars, all the planets, all the galaxies.
And the 6th day seems to require longer than 24 hours. Why? You got the naming of the animals. In fact, Adam begins to name the animals late in the 6th day. You know how many animals, even in Adam's day, there were? In fact, Brad Stein, a Christian comedian, has a bit on this. He goes, in the very beginning of the naming period, Adam was very creative. He'd see an animal come by, he'd go, hippopotamus. He'd see another one come by, rhinoceros, by the end of the day. Cow. Ox. He's just run out of gas. And then, finally, the seventh day is longer because it hasn't ended yet. According to the scriptures, we're in the seventh day right now. According to Hebrews 4, we're in the seventh day.
And this is possibly what the Bible meant when it said God had Adam name all the animals. May not have taken more than 6 minutes. We cannot be in the Sabbath day still. God gave us commands as to what we were to do with the Sabbath day, the seventh day. We were to rest. We were to prepare for it by harvesting extra food, preparing things so that there would be no work required by man nor beast on the Sabbath day. We were to rest. If the Sabbath day is still going on, then we should still be resting and nothing should have been accomplished.